Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house next to me. Miranda Raine, also known as Lady Miranda's in the house today. How you doing, Miranda? It's good to see you again. And
Good
we
to
got
see you too. It's been a while.
it's been quite a while. We got a lot of catching up to do, so we'll talk with Miranda in just a minute. But I got to talk to you out there first and thank each and every one of you for checking out the No Cover TV podcast. And of course, back in the day when it was the TV show, then the radio, and now the podcast. You're not getting rid of Big Al. I'm going to be a pain in your butt for a long time. It's got to get the story and the music out there all around the world, just like we are in over 50 countries. It's a wonderful thing. We keep growing, and it's amazing where the music's going and who's listening because I can see through the algorithms and stuff what's going on, and so can these artists with their music, and it's really cool. Who's listening and also the comments. Some of you are pretty rude. I feel like see you got to watch your mouth. Some of you people out there. But anyways, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the show and supporting these wonderful artists and what they're doing out there. Some people out there I need to thank that help me out, bringing me artists, of course, and all the independent artists that come my way. I want to thank Sandra from De La Parra Productions out there. I want to thank Andrea Hall Music. I want to thank Oz out there from International Music. I want to thank Brian Moore from Curtain Call Records. There's Kaipo Entertainment, SBM Global Media. The list just goes on and on. I want to thank all of them for sending me their artists, and I want to thank all of you for getting a hold of me at the email below or through Messenger on Facebook. You can get a hold of me, or you can find me somehow. Drop me an email or something. I do have you all on a list, and it's a long, long list. And believe me, I'm not avoiding you. I will get a hold of you, but it takes a little time. Okay, I can only do so many shows a week. So we will get you on the show definitely. And again, thank you. And the show's about the music, all genres, all age groups. And actually, in a week, we have a 14-year-old coming on. Look out for that show. Ariel France is coming on the show. Up and coming country singer. You're going to like to see that show. So that's going to be interesting. So, again, thank you. So, before I get started with Miranda, let me catch my breath and say my three favorite words. What are those? Yes, that is support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to the shows, pay a cover charge if there is one, then get to the swag table. Buy it all, bring a duffel bag, get the CDs, the albums, the hoodies, the keychains, t-shirts, coffee mugs, bumper stickers, and the list goes on. Buy it all. Then get out to the stage, have a great time, and see if you stick around after that show and meet these wonderful artists. Get an autograph because in my book they're all going straight to the top. Remember, these artists are doing what they're doing to put a smile on your face, and your smile kicks right back to these wonderful artists. It puts a big old grin and smile on the artist's face, doesn't it, Miranda? Are you with me,
It does.
Miranda? It
Yeah.
does. Yeah, it does. Exactly. Music makes the world go around. It's a wonderful thing. So, in the house, Miranda Raine, also known as Lady Miranda, award-winning singer-songwriter out of the Seattle, Washington area. You're still over there in Seattle, huh?
For now, I won't be
For,
soon.
won't be sushi. She's getting the hell out of Dodge. That's awesome. So it's been over a year, I would say, since we have chatted, maybe
Yeah,
longer.
it's been a while.
It's been a while, and you've done a lot in that past year. I've noticed. Yes, you have. You're keeping busy.
Yeah, I feel like I've not done as much as I normally do, though, for some reason.
Yeah. Well, you've had some trials. You've had some ups and downs. You said you had some health issues you had to deal with and take care of, and
Mhm.
that's understandable. That takes time to recover and get back to ourselves, and continue on. But you didn't let any of that stop you from what you do, did it?
No, no, not really.
You're a fighter. I
I mean,
love
it did
it.
maybe for a couple of weeks because I couldn't wear headphones and I couldn't listen to like music inside of my ears because I was having headaches after surgery. And
Yeah.
as soon as I was able to manage it, I was back in the studio and I released an album about a month and a half after my surgery.
Very nice. Wow. Yeah, well, that's really good. If you did a month and a half after surgery, excellent. Oh my goodness.
I was well prepared. We had a lot of things ready before my surgery, and so it was
Oh, okay.
just trying to
Trying to
wrap it all up. Yeah.
Okay, walk in and wrap it up. Okay, well, that don't sound too bad right there. Well, before we get into anything, I don't know if we did this on the last show. I don't think we did, but we're going to skip the music for a minute and we're going to just go down memory lane for a minute. Can we do that?
Sure.
Okay, well, so I want to take you back because you've been doing this a while. You started about 2009 professionally, but before then, you also were partaking in the music a little bit, which most people probably didn't know some of the stuff that you were doing back in those days. Of course, that last show, I did a little digging and found some stuff that you didn't think I was going to find. So, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about that.
Goodness.
Yeah, yeah, we could go down that road and not. Well, anyways, I want to take you back to a very young age. I want to go back to when you're 5 to 8 years old. Your mom, dad, siblings, older siblings, aunts and uncles, whatever, grandma, grandpa. What were they listening to? What were they? What did you catch on as far as music wise at that age that they were listening to?
Well, I'm the eldest
You're
child.
the eldest child.
My dad never listens to anything different at that time. He's Mexican, and so he was really into his cumbias. But my mom listened to a lot of different stuff.
Oh, did
So
she?
yeah, she used to listen to disco and uh, classic rock and pop and R&B. And then
Oh.
my youngest aunt used to listen to the rock, like Bon Jovi, Led Zeppelin, Metallica. So I used to
Mm.
go to her room and listen to her vinyl records when I would visit my grandparents.
Don't tell anybody about it. Then Miranda slipped in the other room to listen to vinyl of some heavy metal. That's great.
She was at college. I mean,
That's funny. Okay, so you got a taste of a little bit of everything. Now, were your parents, and you say you're the oldest of siblings, are you the only musically inclined one of the family, or is there other members that are in the music
nope, I'm
business?
it.
You're it. You took the leap, huh? That's funny.
That's pretty common for me, I think, in my family. So,
So you took the leap. Okay, so all right. Now, what I would say around 10 years old, you pretty much figured out what you were liking and listening to. What would have that been at 10, 12 years old? What were you jamming to?
oh gosh, I
Can
gotta
we
think about
think?
this.
Yeah,
Probably
think that.
like Karen White. I used to listen to the Commodores a lot, and like Phyllis Hyman,
There you
Samantha
go.
Fox.
No,
Uh,
Samantha Fox,
and then I
really.
started listening to like Meredith Brooks and
Okay.
like Boyz II Men, and I think all those
Okay.
bands were out around that time. Boyz
Well,
II Men, and,
sure, sure.
uh,
Now, 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 when you were it's okay, so we're 12 to 15 years old. I could see you hanging around your girls and having your own little rap sessions, sing sessions. Did you do that with your friends, the
no,
girls?
because my friends were very eclectic, and
Okay.
my childhood friend and I had very different musical tastes. So the only album we could agree on to listen to together was by Green Day.
Really, that's the only one you could agree to.
Yep.
That's
So if
great
we
to
were
hear.
together, that's what we would listen to was Green
That's
Day's
what
Happy album because that was the only one both of us liked
That's the only one you
that we could
liked.
agree on. Yeah.
So, when did you decide to start going rogue and do it Miranda's way?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I've always been like that.
Because
The very first cassette tape I ever bought with my own money was Meredith Brooks, and my mom actually took it away because my favorite song was the B word, and I was a minor.
right, right on. That's funny. And you were a minor, and she took it away from you. That's funny. That's why I had to hide
Kind of
most of my
unfair because I
material.
paid for that.
Right, it was mine. Right, that cost me a couple bucks. Right. Cassettes. Man, I miss my cassettes. Those were great times back then, and a lot of great music back then. And the unfortunate thing, right now is that we will never have the idols and rock stars that we had like we did back then. Because
Yeah.
I think the web is saturated. There's so much great music now, internationally, and your local and your national acts that it kind of oversaturates and it covers a lot of those bands up, definitely. But
Yeah.
but it was great back then. We had a lot of fun back then. And so now the early days, you were a little hardcore, like I said in the last interview. You're a little badass back then, weren't you? Hmm.
I had a lot of musical taste. I mean, my friends, like I said, they were really eclectic. So we used to listen to a lot of like Tonic and uh, Presidents of the United States, America, and I can't remember what other like grunge alternative rock bands we were listening to, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then of
Well,
course I listened to a lot of the other stuff that I had other friends that listened to, which were like rap songs and
okay. Okay. Now,
Bone Thugs and Harmony, and I don't know what else.
right. Now you're in Seattle, but where'd you grow up?
New Mexico. Well,
New
my dad was
Mexico.
in the military, so we traveled.
So you're okay, military family. Okay, you traveled around quite a bit. Okay, kind of sucks in a way for military families. My stepdaughter is in a military family too and does a lot of traveling. Has four grandkids, and I think it's hard on the kids because you make friends and then you got to go away and make new friends, and it keeps going down the ladder. I guess I don't know. Was that pretty hard to do?
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Yeah.
and then we were in Germany for 3.5 years, and that was an interesting time period.
Well, I'm
But
sure it was.
there were some places where we were only there like 7 months.
Yeah, that's got to be hard. Just get settled in and then you got to leave again. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't until my dad got, had his was finished with the military, he was medically discharged,
Oh, he was
and
medical discharge. Okay.
it wasn't until then that we really settled down, and I got to have friends longer than just a little bit of time.
Okay, okay, okay. So, all right. So we get you in the military though. So what made you move to Seattle, Washington?
Change of scenery.
Change. Well, that's a big change of scenery up there. I've been there many times and I love it. It is beautiful, definitely up there. I used to go up to the Space Needle and throw quarters off the top. And I wasn't supposed to do that. I know that, but I did it anyway.
Good thing you didn't hit anybody. Goodness.
No, I was going to see if I could ping somebody and bounce off their head, but it never happened. I
Yeah,
was
I
a
don't know
little
if you've ever
trouble.
been to New Mexico, but there was
Well,
never very much for young people to do when I was
yeah,
growing up.
been to New Mexico, love Las Cruces and Truth or Consequences and little towns like that. But yeah, I can see where New Mexico is pretty, could say, boring to some extent, I
I
guess,
was
as
very bored.
growing up. Yeah, it's kind of like Nebraska, Iowa, and Idaho. I'm not trying to down anybody out there, but I've been through your states. Liven it up, people. So
And
anyway,
there are people that stay there their whole lives and they love it, and I just knew I needed more.
right. I understand. That's why I've done a lot of travel. I need a little change of pace. A little change of pace. I
Right.
love it myself, definitely. So okay, so now we're moving on to 18 hits, and that's like, oh my God, I got to get a life. I got to go to work. I got to go to do something, college, whatever, and stuff like that. Uh, what did you go to college, or what did you do?
I did go to college.
Okay.
I tried traditional university for a while, and that didn't really work out because I'm autistic and ADHD. So traditional university just didn't work well for my brain wiring.
Sure. Understandable.
So then I
Definitely.
went to technical college,
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong
and
with
because it was an accelerated program and it was not traditional classes, I did fine, passed with, and then started
that.
working.
Oh, great,
Actually, I was
nice.
working before that, but went
Right.
into a new field.
He's okay. Okay, good. So now on the side, while you were still working, were you still doing music on the side, possibly going to the karaoke bars, doing anything like that, or what were you doing with your music?
So funny thing with karaoke, I got drugged to karaoke.
Drugged
I
up
got forced to
karaoke.
go
I got forced to go. She
by
got
one of my
forced.
classmates, and we were just getting ready to graduate, and so she made me go with her, and I sat in my seat, and her and the host shoved the microphone in my face. I had no intention of singing,
No.
and they shoved a microphone in my face and they made me sing, and I sang from my chair. Like the first several times I ever went to karaoke, I sang from my chair.
You didn't even get up.
I had terrible stage fright, and
That's hard to believe.
yeah, so I still remember the very first karaoke song I ever did.
What song was that?
It was "Respect" by Aretha Franklin.
Really, respect by Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, and the
That's a
host was
great.
like, "I'm glad we shoved a microphone in your face," and I was like trying to hide under the table.
But you sang the song and you got through it. And you went back for more, didn't you?
I got forced to go the first several times.
For several, you got forced several times. I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
like it was not my idea. I'm not, I'm not a drinker, so I don't normally hang out in the bar scene,
Right,
and
right. That's funny.
I didn't
So,
even know that karaoke was going on, to be honest.
it's a different thing. I won't do it. You're not going to catch me up there, but that's funny. But now, when you were doing karaoke and you had a little fun back in the day when you were young, did it kind of make you realize, hey, I possibly got something here with my vocals? Maybe I should do something with it.
Well, I knew I could sing. I had done choir.
Hmm.
I'd been listening to music since I was an infant,
Yeah.
so I didn't have a question about whether or not I could sing. I don't think it was until I did a cover song with a producer out in Nashville back in
Okay.
2019 where I really felt like I really liked being in the studio.
Like being in the studio. Oh, nice, nice. But you started out in around what 2010, 2009 era,
I started songwriting
songwriting wise. Okay, so then what year was it that you finally put out your first song?
2019.
2019 was the first song. Okay. Now, are we focusing on putting mostly singles out and then wrapping them up to a EP? How are we working this?
I'm doing that this time. Normally, I haven't in the past. I've always put the album out, but this time I am putting the singles out as they're done and then
Okay,
the whole
good.
album.
Good, good, good. I like that. I like getting those singles out there because then it builds people up to the EP. Definitely, I like that. Definitely, and we'll talk about that in a second. I noticed, from last time we chatted to this time, your fan base is growing quite a bit, my friend. How you liking that?
Well, it's been an interesting year because I got into the Recording Academy this year.
Hmm.
With that came a lot of new contacts and new connections and new friends, and so it's kind of built from there. And now I know all these people in the Recording Academy, and my email list is so long that I have to start a spreadsheet.
Yeah, right, right. I still the old fashioned way. I still write it down. So I should probably put it on a computer, but I'm afraid if I lose a computer, if it breaks, I'm going to lose everything I have. So I just keep it the old fashioned way. Just
I
write
had to
it
put it
down.
all in a folder because my email was just like, gosh.
Yeah, yeah. I have one of those folders too. Oh my gosh, doesn't end, does it? It's funny,
Nope.
but it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're at that point where you got the contacts like that, and you're able to use that, and you got good people on your side to help you out. Most definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely.
it's been good. It's been good. We're in the middle of voting right now for Grammy nominations, and so I've been bombarded as has everyone else in the Recording Academy.
That's great. Before we get any farther, Miranda, tell everybody out podcast land how they can find you, your music, and everything about you.
TheOnlyLadyMiranda.com
Lady
is the
Miranda.
best way to find me because literally every streaming platform you could want, there's a button for it right on my homepage. So
Okay,
it's
good.
just go
The Lady
there,
Miranda guy.
whatever platform you listen to, and it'll take you straight to my music.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, the song again that just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, I've had two
Okay.
new releases within the last month of each other.
Again, there's something else that blew me away right to the heart. The word. Well, how'd you come up with this one? Talk to me about that
So
song.
these last two singles that I just released are going to be off of my album coming out, Letters, called Letters.
Letters. Okay.
And, again, I wrote for myself. So this was like a letter to myself.
Was let us know. Okay, I like that. I like that. So now we're doing it. You're laying down the lyrics and stuff like that. Then you're bringing it to your producer and all that stuff, and they'll go ahead and putting the tracks to your music, or are
Yeah,
you
we
doing?
already have all the groundwork done, and so now we're just getting all of the, custom
Right,
rhythm and
little
stuff
things going.
going, and
You put all the
yeah,
little
doing
doodads
my
where you
finalized
need.
vocals and whatnot. But we already have all the groundwork, and the songs
Well,
are all written. And
nice, nice. So give a shout out to let's the studio and your sound engineers and everybody.
my producer is James Flaherty, and he's runs his own studio under Seattle Sound Productions.
Nice, very nice, nice.
So
It's good.
I've been working with him for a few years now.
Good. It's good to have great people helping you out there. Now, you notice I noticed ISSA awards. You were there this year, weren't you?
I was.
You were, or you were there the year before too. I missed this year, unfortunately, because of my
I've
move and
been
stuff.
there
But
for the last couple of years, yeah.
yeah, it looked like it was a lot of fun this year on the red carpet, and everybody had a good time.
Yeah, they had it really organized this year, which was nice, and we had the 360 camera, which I dragged my partner into with me.
Yes, I also you there with you and stuff like
That
that.
was a
And
lot of fun.
that looked like a lot of fun. So, how many trophies you won so far?
I didn't take any home this year, but if we count all of my awards to this point, I'm up to 8.
8 awards. Look at that, Miranda. Man, you need to pat yourself on the back for that. That's a great job. Proud of you. Very good, kiddo. A nice job. Nice job.
Fingers crossed I get a Grammy nomination.
There you go. Hey, if you
That's
win
my
some,
next goal.
you want it, you can have it, and I think you want it, and you'll get it most definitely. So now, are you able yet to get out at all and perform with your music at all, or are we just getting it out online?
Right now, I'm just putting it out online. I mean, I have physical albums also. I'm not entirely just digital. I do have physical copies.
Okay,
But
but as far as
this
physical,
year, with my recovery and
right?
getting ready to travel, it's not been a performance year for me.
I can
Did,
understand definitely.
I did an impromptu performance of one of my new songs early in the year. And I say impromptu because I had no plan on performing, but I was at a venue and some people really wanted to hear one of my songs, and so I did a
Sure.
brand new one. I wasn't even dressed to perform or anything.
I wasn't
I
even
put
dressed.
on my sweatpants,
Maybe that's not all bad. Hey.
and I had Elsie with me, my dog, and she went on stage with me, and I was just like, okay.
There you go. You got your back. You got your backup vocalist with you, Elsie, and you can take it away, Miranda. There you go. It's the show is all yours. And it's fun when you get put on the spot, and it's like, wait a minute, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, it was really one of my first times out since my surgery.
Well, good, good. Well,
And
it's
some friends of mine were there, and they were like, "How
well.
come we never get to hear you sing your originals when we see you?" And I'm like, "Don't talk to me. Talk to the DJ."
Right on. Well, I think they did. That's great. Well, go good, man. And I noticed that your singles and EP, everything's doing well online. Everybody's listening to Miranda. I love it. Definitely. Your music's shooting right to the top and stuff like this. Now, you spoke earlier, and of course, I know uh, you have autism, and you're a big supporter and advocate for autism and other special needs, things like that. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for doing the things that you do for that. And it's a hard thing to live with and go through. It's a battle every day, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of challenges. Some I don't talk about because they're part of my everyday, so I don't think
Right.
about talking about them
Oh, I understand.
until something
Definitely.
happens where it's like, "Oh, people probably don't know about this. Maybe I should let you."
Inform them a little.
It's a big part of why I became a member of RAMPed, which is Recording Artists and Musicians with Disabilities.
I
I
see
just,
that.
yeah, I just got elected to be co-chair of the PR committee.
Oh, very nice. I'm proud of you. That congratulations. I just saw that. Very nice. PR ramp. That's awesome. Very good. I support the disabilities all the way. Most people don't know, but I'm on disability myself. I just keep it to myself because I don't want to talk about it either. So, but actually, I have a book coming out soon that will let everybody know.
That's
So,
awesome. I just started a podcast where I interview people that are disabled or and neurodivergent to help
yeah. I was. Let's
there and
talk
bring
about.
awareness,
Let's talk about it. What is called showing up different? Is that what the name
showing
of
up
it?
different.
Showing
Yeah,
up different. Okay, I like the name of that. And have you started it yet?
I have my third episode just aired. It's audio only.
Okay, that's fine. Well, that's the way I
So
started.
I'm airing it every Wednesday.
All
And
right,
so my
everyone.
third episode just came out. And it's neat because I think it's unique to have someone hosting a podcast that goes through a lot of the same things that their guest goes through. It makes the conversation more real and
Yeah, it does. It does when you can talk to somebody that's kind of been through, maybe not what you've exactly been through, but have been kind of through that, know that, and yeah, you've been down that road. Yeah, definitely. And same
right.
here. And I think that's how I can get along with most people is because I've been through their journeys, the goods and the bad and the uglies. And yeah, I just want to, thank God for still being on this earth. Yes, that's for sure. My goodness. So maybe someday I could be a guest on your show. Who knows?
That would be great.
That would be funny. Boy, put me on the spot. That's not good. Boy, I might lose it.
You put yourself on the spot.
That's why I usually do the interviews. I don't let anybody interview me because you don't want to know about
But
me.
there's some people that I have had on my podcast that have never been interviewed, never really told their story, but have decided to come and talk about it. And I think for them, it's been good. It's been therapeutic in a way, and
It is
let them
therapy.
get it out and really talk about stuff that they never really talk about.
Right, and I'm the same way. I'm a person that keeps it bottled up, and I finally have a friend out in New York who he had a podcast, so we chatted about it, and he decided he thought that we should write a book about the things that I went through, and I agreed to it. So we're finalizing that right now with the attorneys and stuff, so we
That's
don't
awesome.
get sued by anybody out there mentioning names or states or anything like that. So yeah, so let's move on. This ain't about me. This is about you. Okay. So okay, you got the podcast going on. Did you think about this for a while before you started it, or was it just an idea? Let's do this. How'd this work out?
I've been thinking about it for quite some time, and I've just kind of been putting it off. And then I had a lot of stuff I was dealing with. Um,
Okay.
and then I
Well,
find that when I've thought about for something for a while, I just get to this point where I have to just dive in, or I'll never do it.
right, true, true. You can think about it for a million years, a million hours, but you just got to do it sometimes. Get it out of your head. That's kind of like me. It'll drive me insane if I just don't do it. Whether I screw it up
Yeah.
or not, I gotta
Yeah,
try.
so I was like, I guess we're gonna figure this out on the fly. So I had to figure out how to do the editing and the
Well, that's kind of
intro and
how.
everything for the podcast and how to choose a platform and just looking to see what platform to go with. It was so much information. I was just like, there's too much. I can't just
Yeah, I did Spotify for audio, and now I use EveMux here, as you can see, for visual and audio. And I like this program. It's very reasonable if you want to use it, stuff like that. You can check it out sometime. But definitely, I'm going to take a listen to one of or two of your interviews, and yeah, I'd like to come on the show. I don't mind chat because when the book comes out, I'm going to have to talk anyway, so I'm going to have to open my mouth sometime.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's continue on all right. So where's Elsie? Where's my dog?
To
Where's she at?
sleep on the floor over here.
Sleep on the floor. Where's mine? Sleeping on the couch in my spot. Damn dog.
Elsie doesn't like
Every morning I get up, the dog's in my spot on my couch. It's like, and you try to get her to move. She's a big shepherd, 80 and 85 pound dog. She's not going to move. She don't want to move. I was like, really? It's 4 in the morning. I want to lay down and watch a little TV here before I get my day started. That's
Yeah, I usually Elsie's 70 pounds, and so I usually have to ask her to move because she'll be right under my legs, and well, I'm gonna face plant one day trying to get over her.
Oh god! And of course ours doesn't like loud noises. And last night we had a bad thunderstorm here where I'm at, and she jumped right in bed, right in the middle, and she takes up the whole bed. And it's like, yeah, okay, here we go. So I had, I think I held her for a minute. I passed out snoring while she was still awake during the
Oh,
storm. Poor girl.
God.
That's that's why. So now, before we get to some fun questions, I wanted to ask. About a year ago or so, you were with this label that we won't mention and stuff. Have we decided to go strictly indie, or are we working with someone else?
I am strictly indie, but and I have not announced this. I have been slowly leaking it.
Okay,
But since you asked,
people want to know.
since you asked, I actually started my own record label.
There you go. That's the way to do it, kiddo. Do it your way, man. If nobody out there can seem to do it the right way, which a lot of them can't seem to do it your way and make it yours. That's wonderful, Miranda.
So I
Awesome.
I'm officially signed to myself.
You, you
Sounds
officially
really funny.
did you cut yourself your first check?
Not yet, but I did sign my contract with myself, so there's
That's great.
I make it legal, you know? It's
That's
got to be legal.
wonderful. Right, exactly. What is the name of the label?
Rainspire Records.
Rainspire Records. I love it. Now, is it for all genres? Certain genres? What are you looking to bring aboard?
Um, I definitely want to do a selection of genres. I'm not at the point where I'm going to onboard anybody else yet. I'm
Sure.
getting everything kind of situated using myself first. I'm my own guinea pig. So
There you go. Yeah, I know how that is,
I
but
get everything in
boy.
place and get it all organized and get to a point where I can onboard other artists, then I will start to look into
Sure,
that.
sure. Well, after our interview, don't go anywhere. We'll talk a little business after this, okay? We won't do that right now. So after the interview, I want to talk a little business with you, okay?
Okay.
We'll do that. Okay. So let's have a little fun here. Let's ask. I don't think I asked these questions to you last time I saw you. I might have. I don't know. But how many people have you performed in front of approximately back in the day or recently?
That's an interesting question because I performed at the Las Vegas Foodie Fest twice,
Oh, nice.
and I don't know how many people were there.
Yeah, there's just a lot, right?
They're walking around, they come and go, and some people will stop and listen for a while, and then more people will come. It just,
Just yeah, those festivals they just continually grow. The crowd continually moves, most definitely. But
yeah,
how
and it
about
was
like
so.
how about a crowd that wasn't moving? Maybe an indoor and outdoor crowd that was just there to see you or the music. How big of
Well, however many were at Wild Wings Cafe last year because I did perform at the after party.
nice? All
And then
right,
after
so
that, I went traveling, and then I had my brain surgery. So
right,
that would have been the
right.
last time I performed in front of a larger audience.
So about 250 possibly, maybe at the most. Okay,
It's
maybe.
always crowded. I have no idea. Who knows?
We know it's hard to count all the heads.
Standing room only.
There you go, standing
Or
room
do they
only.
fit
That's the
in there? I'm not sure.
way. And then Royce, okay, well, let me take you back to that standing room only. And was that this past year at the ISSA?
That was last year.
Well, the year before. Okay,
I
well,
didn't. Yeah, I didn't sign up to perform this year because I wasn't sure physically how I would be at that point and
sure,
whether
right,
I'd
yeah.
be ready.
You want to take it easy on yourself. Don't push yourself. All right, you're gonna be back. You're gonna do this. So, all right. Well, let's go back 2 years ago to that moment you were on that stage in that standing house. Yes, the
That would have
standing
been
house.
2024. Yeah, so a year ago.
2024. Okay. So they mention your name up on stage is coming up as Lady Miranda. She's going to perform for you. So you get up there behind that microphone. The music starts. You pick up that mic. You start singing, belting it out. People turning their heads, going, "Holy moly, what we got here?" They're loving it. They're cheering you on, and most of all, you might see them singing your song back to you. When you see this, Miranda, and you see all these people cheering you on, how's it hit you in your heart and make you feel?
Honestly, being autistic, I'm just trying to get through the songs
Just trying to get through the songs. I'll think about that other part later, right?
because it's loud. And this is the thing with being autistic. There's stuff that I have to think about that other people don't generally, and
Hmm.
that's it's too bright and it's too loud.
Yeah, the
And
brightness,
a
yes.
larger audience. So even though I love doing music and I love singing, that's those are still things that play a part in me being on stage. So when
Right.
I get on stage, I really have to focus on just getting through the songs, and I worry
Right.
about how I feel about it later because I have to really concentrate and block out all the sensory things that are coming at me.
True, true. And on that note, are there some things that we need to do before we get on the stage? Some people will call them rituals or things that we might have to do to prepare ourselves to get on that stage. Anything you might do
I
to
do a
help
lot of
yourself?
breathing
A lot of
because my
breathing.
anxiety up through that point is sky high.
You're right about ready to go on. Exactly.
I have to do
Right.
a lot of like trying to calm myself down. And
Comes up.
if it
Right.
wasn't crowded, I'd probably be pacing, but I couldn't really do that there. So
Whether it's one person or 1,000, you gotta put on the same show every time. It doesn't matter how, and it really does suck when there's only one or two people out there because that makes it even harder, but you still do it. You definitely still do it. And you're a true artist and entertainer performer, Miranda. You definitely are. You definitely are. And I can't wait to hear all the new stuff that's going to come up. And how many singles are we trying to put out? Are we trying monthly, every other month? How are we working that?
yeah, we're probably looking at about every 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, but 6 to 8 weeks.
Maybe
That's a good time frame. Okay, nice. I
yeah,
like
the
that.
first two came out kind of quickly, only because I had them already kind of ready to go, and my third one that I haven't released yet is already ready to go.
Ah,
I'm just
nice.
waiting because again just got released.
Okay, right. Yeah,
So
it's beautiful. Check it out, everybody. Again, check out
I have
Miranda Raines.
the
Definitely.
two songs that just came out.
Check that out, definitely. Now, are I know you know a lot of the people through all the different associations and stuff. Are we collaborating with anybody at the moment? With,
I have been in talks with an artist out from Germany about possibly collaborating, so we'll see
nice.
where that goes. I mean, I'm
Excellent.
always open to collaboration if people are serious about it.
Well, good, definitely. It's a good way to have fun with another artist, whether it's on their music or your music, or you put something together. It's fun, and you both can get your music out in two different directions. I love it, or many different directions for that matter. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So now, do you have anybody helping you out with the PR work, or are you doing this all yourself, putting everything out on social media?
Well, we have. You mean for my own music?
Yes.
Oh no, it's just me.
Just you. It's just you.
Which is probably why I've never done the like single at a time and then the whole album because it's a lot more work to promote. And
It is.
being autistic, me and social media are have a love hate relationship, and
I
I'm not
agree.
on media as much as many other artists are. It's a lot harder for me to promote because even though it's on the computer, it's still like another form of socializing in a way.
It is, yes.
I get burned out on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I personally have no use for a computer or a cell phone. I don't want it. I don't, but for some reason I need to have it, which I guess I don't, but I do for what I do.
Right.
But if I didn't do the podcast, I'd throw the PC in the computer, the trash. I don't want it. I have no use for this type of technology. For some reason, I feel it's more bad than it is good. But I guess this depends how you use it. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So,
been having to promote like like my consideration for the Grammy voting, and I'm promoted out right now, Al.
you
I was
promoted
thinking today I
out,
should really make a post and promote, the stuff that I just released again, and then I didn't do it. I forgot.
I forgot. I forgot. Whatever.
That's my ADHD. If I don't do it
Yeah.
about it and I get into something else, I will forget. And so I know I schedule posts, and sometimes I remember to do that, and then sometimes I forget to schedule a post, so that's not helpful.
Right, and that's why I write it down the old-fashioned way to remind myself. Make a post, get online this day, this time, or whatever. Or
If
I
I
won't
could
do
afford
it.
an assistant,
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. I try to get the dog to help, but she don't do a darn thing. Just bites. That's great. All right, I want to ask you a couple more fun questions. Okay. Now, I want to let you have two answers on this question here, and I want you to think around the world a little bit. Give you a second to think around the world. What two stages anywhere in the world would you like to step foot on and perform? Mm-hmm.
somewhere in the UK, maybe like in
UK.
London.
Maybe Wimbledon or something like that.
Um, and maybe somewhere in New York.
Okay, New York. Well, we got Madison Square Garden. We go there. How's that, Madison Square Garden? It's only a
That's
couple 100,000 people. That'll work.
I used to joke that I was gonna be like Sia, how she
See
wears
ya.
those wigs that hide her face, or she's performed with her back toward the audience before. And I used to joke that I was gonna be like that. Of course, I haven't, but
You try, I guess. I don't know how some of these artists get away with it. I want to see some movement.
she's
I want to see some
famous.
entertainment.
She's
But
famous,
she's
so
she's she's made it. Yeah, everybody's you got to have your own style, I guess, and we all do definitely have our own style. So okay, let's ask another question now, and I'll let you have two answers on this question here. I guess you can have as many as you want. It's your show, but let's talk people here. All right, and I want a person that's alive and a person that's passed away. Who would it be that you'd want to step stage on and perform with? Who have you always wanted to perform with, passed away and alive?
live would probably be Evanescence. That would be
Evanescence,
epic.
really? Wow, that's cool. That'd be really cool. I can see you up there jumping up there.
Yeah, Amy Lee is definitely one of my influences, so that would
Wow,
be incredible.
wow, that would be something else. All right, give me one that's passed away.
That's harder.
There's a lot of them that are passed, but can you give me two, maybe?
Uh, I think maybe Prince. That'd be fun.
Prince. Yeah, most definitely. Most people don't understand what a beautiful and electric artist this person was. Prince was
And
amazing.
the guitar playing is just insane.
Yeah, virtuoso all the way. He knew his stuff up, down, left, right. You could there was no comparison. And the only comparison I could put next to him would be Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan, possibly. Definitely. Yeah. So, but excellent, excellent. I love that answer. I love that'd be great to see you up there with Prince. Ooh, a little Purple Rain action, huh?
I might have to request he wears whole pants though.
There you go. No assless chaps or anything like that. That'd be funny. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm thinking back in the '80s because you grew up in the '80s too. Now back then, and Why do I have this? Well, I know. I'm pretty sure for a fact you had your hair out big, didn't you?
No, actually.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
no. Really didn't have the
I
big
have
hair, '80s
naturally
hairdo.
curly hairs, so
Right, right, yeah.
there's
So I
only so much
used
you
to.
can do with that. But the big bangs that everybody did, mine weren't that. No, mine weren't
No,
that high.
you weren't that high. The blue
I never did
highlighter and
get into
stuff.
that.
That's okay. Good. Yeah, see, I lost all my hair, so yeah, it used to be long. That's funny. Times have changed. Times have changed. Okay. Now, before we go, we got, well, we're at 45 minutes already. My goodness, and we got a few more questions. But again, tell them where they can find your music and stuff. Was it ladymiranda.com? Was that what
The
it is?
only ladymiranda.com.
Just ladymiranda.com.
The only ladymiranda.com.
Only Lady Miranda. That's it. That's it. Only the Lady Miranda right there. She's the only one. You're not gonna find another one. and
Nope. If you Google Lady Miranda, I'm literally the first thing that comes up.
nice, very nice. Now you mentioned before we started you're gonna do some travel. You mentioned Greece, but do you want to continue to travel and possibly get your music out through other venues, areas, countries, things like
Of
that?
course, I have a bucket list of countries.
There you go. Good, good. Don't give up on that bucket list at all. Keep pulling out those lists and just keep doing it.
I got a
Just do it.
passport for a reason.
There you go. Keep it updated. Definitely don't let it go. That's great. Now, I want to ask this question here, and it might have happened. It usually happens to my rock stars and heavy metal players, but sometimes it happens to just the best of us, okay? And be honest with me here. Throughout your experience from when you were singing as a child on up to now, any embarrassing moments you might want to mention?
I think the very first time I ever performed one of my original songs, I did forget some of the words,
On
which
your
is
own original
always
song.
an artist's worst nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
And people always tell you, oh, it's your song, so nobody's going to know. But I know, and that's the problem.
Yeah, you could put jibber jabber in there, but you know they don't, but you know exactly.
Exactly. I mean, I did catch back on, but I knew it happened. And after that, you kind of feel a little bit flustered because you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that.
Right, then to try to catch up where you left off. Yeah, that's another story. So they don't understand, do they, out there?
And I feel like it's harder to memorize your own songs than it is to memorize someone else's because just because you wrote it doesn't mean you have it memorized. You have to work at memorizing it because you write it
R-
down and then you lay the track down, but you're looking at your lyrics when you're doing this. So
Yeah, exactly. That's I'm glad I was just kind of more of a backup vocalist on some songs, but just being a guitar player, and yeah, there's times I'd be playing a song and it all of a sudden turned into another song. I was like, "Wow, this happened." It's like, so let's just go with the flow, and then the guitar player, the singer, and everybody else is looking at me like, "Okay, he just changed it to a different song." So we would just work with it, and then I'd get hit in the head with the back of his head with a stick or something from the drummer. It's like, okay, see where this is going. So, yeah, Miranda Raine, thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on the podcast. It was great to chat with you again. It was good seeing
yeah,
you.
thanks for having
I
me.
really appreciate it. Okay, Cole, before we get
Glad
out of
you got
here,
settled well enough.
yeah, thank you. So, all right, we're at 47 minutes. A couple more questions before we get out of here, Miranda. Uh, 5 years from now, where do we want to see ourselves? Where do you want to be with the music and everything?
I will have at least wanted to won a Grammy by then.
There you go. I like that. You'll have that by then. five
Like
years,
I
you'll
told my
have.
producer, I don't need to win one right now. I just need a nomination. I'd be happy with that.
There you go. Oh, I don't see
But
why you can't
after
do
that,
that.
then I need to start winning them.
Then you got to start, well, yeah, stacking them up. Get there you go. I can see that happen. Definitely. And the last question before we get out of here, my friend, would be, and this is for the little ones out there. Any advice for these kids out there that want to do what we do?
Don't listen to what everybody tells you
There you go. You said it right in the handbag
because
right
that never
there.
served me well. Doing it my own way, paving my own path because of my own disabilities and neurodivergence, I had to do it differently.
yeah. Do it your way. Dreams do come true. So make your dreams come true, and don't listen to the naysayers and the negative people around you. Do it your way, and be happy
Especially
at it.
because nobody knows your life the way you do. And there's a lot of people that will tell you you don't deserve it, you won't make it, you won't, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, you haven't done all these steps up the ladder. And
Yeah, they don't know.
oftentimes you've done more than they realize.
Right, yeah, and to me, those people are just either pissed off at themselves or jealous because they got to say something bad or negative to you. So, to heck with them and their pathetic life. It's on them, not us. No, just keep doing what you're doing, like Miranda and myself. Keep pushing forward, no matter what disabilities or what issues you're going through in life. Believe in yourself and move forward. Definitely, you can do it. Can't you, Miranda? We can do it.
Absolutely.
We can do it, definitely. Again, from the bottom of my heart, Miranda Raine, Lady Miranda's been in the house. Thank you so much. I would like to have you back again, hopefully sooner than later, because it's been a while.
Yeah, because somebody's been skipping the country.
Yeah, well, warrants are out for me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I gotta hide. So no, but it was great to
This is
catch
why
up
we
with
make friends all over the world, because if everything goes to hell in a handbasket, I got places I can go.
Exactly. Exactly. I like that. That's why I like to know everybody around the world. He got a place to jump to. So good. All right, man. This is your show before we get out of here. Anybody want to say hi to, hey to before we get out of here?
Everybody that supports me, my producer, all of the Recording Academy members that have given me such a warm welcome. I've had
Yeah.
nothing but positive feedback from them and warm welcomes. And the radio stations that have been playing my stuff, especially my new songs,
All
gotta have
right.
them. They're very important. And of course, my
Exactly.
fans and my friends and
Nice. Good,
everybody
good, good. Good
has just
job.
been uplifting during this difficult year.
Right now, we'll just keep pushing forward, Lady Miranda. You're kicking ass, and you know it. Keep doing it. So, all
Trying.
right. Well, you're doing a great job. So, all right, tell everybody out there we're getting out of here. Peace, everybody. Say peace to everybody. Peace. We're out of here. Oh,